Next today, a new campaign is asking consumers to think twice about where they're getting their entertainment from, in particular, the written word. The Booksellers Association in the UK fear that if people continue to illegally download creative content, such as ebooks, they risk destroying the industry. Well, Susie Winter from the Publishers Association joins me now on Showcase. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you very much.
So how big a problem then is this? How prevalent is it for people to illegally download books?
Well, obviously, it's not as a bigger issue for our industry as it has been for music and film in past years. But Ofcom still estimate that about 10% of people accessing books online are doing so illegally. So it is still a massive concern for our members.
Some of them say, though, that if the works were cheaper in the first place, then they wouldn't be doing that. What would you say to that?
Well, I think you only have to go on some of the online stores to see how cheaply actually you can download a book nowadays. And I think what is very important for us is the fact that copyright really does underpin everything, every part of our industry business. It's how our authors and writers get paid. It's how we can get remuneration and how we can then reinvest in new authors.
Is it nevertheless, though, overstating the problem when it is only 10% being downloaded illegally?
I think it's this issue around the value of copyright, and that's what we're really keen to get across with this campaign that is being led by Get It Right from a Genuine Site, is that there are a number of ways that we can actually tackle this issue. One is through enforcement action and going after these illegal sites, but also it's through education and about talking to people about why copyright is so important and how it underpins creativity in the UK.
Talk to me about the campaign that you're running then.
So we've been working with Get It Right from a Genuine Site and with the Booksellers Association to really raise awareness of where you can get legal content, and there are many sites out there, and I really urge people to go to the Get It Right from a Genuine Site website, and you'll see actually the number of ways you can get legal content and really promote the education and awareness and the value that copyright delivers and how it actually does underpin creativity.
There's an interesting case at the moment, isn't there? Because there's a graduate student from Kazakhstan who's operating this searchable online database of academic articles. I think some 50 million scholarly articles are on there, which would normally be behind a paywall. Now, this is really dividing opinion because a lot of people are sort of saying she's a bit of a Robin Hood figure. She's trying to make these academic works available to everyone, as perhaps they should be, because everyone should have access to learning, shouldn't they?
Well, academic publishers, like any other publisher, invest a huge amount in their writers, in their researchers, in getting that material ready to be out there, whether it's via peer review process or through marketing and distribution, to make sure that material and that work gets to the widest possible audience. That's at the heart of what publishers do for their writers. But there's obviously, they do need to get rewarded for that. That does not come at a zero cost. And therefore, there are many ways that actually people can get this content totally legally. And actually, if it's being published under open access, it's there immediately there for people to receive it as soon as it's published. So we're very sceptical about the Robin Hood argument because actually this material is out there and can be sourced legally.
But a lot of ways in which people are producing material now, I'm talking about music and video as well, it's different, isn't it? You see from the YouTube generation that people have made successful careers out of giving away material for free, but then they monetize it in other ways, perhaps through advertising. Is it time that the publishing industry thought about alternative ways of monetizing their works?
And they absolutely are. And the publishing industry is not the Garrett and Bloomsbury with people in dusty manuscripts anymore. We're very much as much of a tech industry as any of the companies that you might see around Old Street, and we're absolutely looking to make sure that our works can get out to people in the formats that they want them in nowadays.
Do you think this problem's ever going to go away? Policing it and so on?
I think there are things that we can do. We can undertake enforcement action, and we're working very closely with the City of London Police and the Police Intellectual Property Crime Unit, so we can stop the illegal sites from making money in the first place. I think we need to be able to signpost to people where they can get content legally, and that's where the Get It Right campaign is so crucial. And we can make sure that actually from a very young age, children understand the value of intellectual property, the value of copyright. And I think even in terms of just stories that they're writing in the classroom, if they realise that they own that, then they actually have some vested interest in how things are used going forward.
OK, Susie Winter, that was very comprehensively explained. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on Showcase.
Thank you.